Whole Health Dentistry in Phoenix. If you heard my first podcast with the great Dr. Eniko Loud, you know what you're about to get into. One of the most cutting edge, holistic ways to reinvent your mouth, your teeth, your jaw, your bite, and your beauty that exists. She's a diamond in the rough. Whole Health Dentistry, all of the show notes, including a link to the previous podcast I did with Eniko, you can find at bengreenfieldlife.com/loudmouth. That's right. I keep telling her she needs to launch a toothpaste brand called Loudmouth, but it's bengreenfieldlife.com/LOUDmouth. Let's go see Dr. Eniko Loud, one of the nation's most cutting edge dentists, to see what it is she has in store for my teeth today. Here we go. Follow me. So this office is chock full of all sorts of advanced materials for cone scans and x-rays and looking at the spine, the head, the teeth, the neck, the jaw, and then the tooth and the jaw reinvention process takes place. So I've been working with Dr. Loud for over a year now to do everything necessary to make my mouth healthy. All right, Dr. Loud, I'm here. I got a camera with me today, by the way. Say hello to the camera.
Hello.
So I figured we could show them all the cool things.
Yes.
So, and Dr. Loud's a great teacher. She'll talk you through some of the stuff she's doing today. So
we are going to have
where do you want me?
And right in here.
My favorite place, the dentist chair.
So remember last time we did that space age kind of thing where we recorded how your jaw moves, like just how your jaw left and right sides move.
Yeah, what was that thing called again?
It's called the Zebris.
Yeah, the Zebris.
Zebris Jaw Motion Analyzer. That uses optical triangulation to determine exactly how your jaw moves left and right.
Yeah.
So then when we do dental work, that's custom made for your teeth and your jaw and your muscles.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it creates more accuracy.
This is way different than just like the DIY mouth guard I can order on Amazon with the little putty that comes with it.
So you've been wearing your appliance for quite a while now.
Yes.
And that appliance allowed your muscles to relax and your joints to find its relaxed state.
Yeah. The one that we talked about in our first episode, you fit my mouth, you did all the scans, and you made this mouthpiece that I've been wearing to gradually reshape my jaw over the past year.
Yes, definitely. So what it did, it allowed your joint to go back inside the socket in a relaxed state. And then based on that, we did a bite registration. And what we're doing today is kind of adding back trying in how we will look like when we add back the enamel to your teeth.
Okay.
And then this also allowed us to determine really what caused all the wear that you had on your back molars. I have it up here where you can see the enamel is almost gone.
All my lovely grinding. Yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, that's an important thing you just mentioned that people who heard our first episode will understand. But this idea of adding the enamel back to the teeth.
Yes.
You kind of go in a different direction than a lot of dentists. They fix the teeth by making them pretty, putting the enamel on. But you told me in our last show, that doesn't fix the underlying issue, and all that expensive work just gets degraded.
Yes, exactly, over time. So, for example, by doing this process, we figured out what caused most of your problems. And the grinding wasn't psychological for you. It had to do with your wisdom teeth coming in much higher than the rest of the teeth. And that happens often in kids. At 18, the wisdom teeth come in higher. And then what happens when you close down on that tooth, the jaw has to pivot and it slides forward to close all the way.
The price of being wise, Eniko.
Yeah.
Got my wisdom teeth, but they're not doing me any favors.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool.
It's like, imagine like a treasure chest, and when you take the lid and open the lid, and you put a little rock in between the lid,
back parts of the treasure chest. Yeah.
You can't really close it.
Yeah.
But the mouth will force that to close until you can chew, because you can't just chew with two back teeth.
Yeah.
So then during that grinding down process, the brain gets signals, hey, I need to level the field. I need to start contracting the muscles so we get rid of these teeth. So then here you can see how your teeth are like there's no enamel left, completely flat. They're like a millimeter tall.
It's crazy.
So your brain did that, but in that process also wore down your front teeth.
Yeah. Well, if you ask my wife, my mouth is anything but a treasure chest in the morning, but I did use mouthwash today. So I did my ozone oil pulling.
Well, that's awesome.
Which I know you're a fan of. So.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Good stuff. So today, based on the bite that we took last time, we did the mock-up of how your teeth kind of used to be lengthwise and how we can rebuild the enamel. So again, the process we have is I'm not going to grind down all your teeth. My goal is to add back enamel in like a bioceramic composite material without damaging your teeth.
And
They're
what's a
already worn down.
bioceramic material?
It's the company's called Voco, and he makes they make this more like ceramic filled composite material that's BPA free.
Okay.
And it has a much better wear resistance, and it's really aesthetic.
Yeah, and we talked about that a lot in our last podcast about how many of these materials are not biocompatible or are causing long-term damage. And you educated me about, you know, cardiovascular disease and Alzheimer's and all these issues that begin with the mouth. And it might not just be the composite of the materials used in your mouth, but even just the biome of the mouth due to food choices and, you know, alkalinity, acidity, etc. And that has a really big impact on chronic disease that I think a lot of people are unaware of. And
dissimilar metals, people have like different crowns done at different times, and mercury fillings and the way they leak into the body.
Yeah.
So, but luckily you don't have any.
All right. No, I don't have any of those. Yes. No middle mouth.
So you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And even though my mouth might be otherwise occupied, you can just fill people in on what you're doing as you go along here.
Yes. Okay.
Eniko.
So based on the mock-up, we created these templates. So there are injection molding templates. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place material inside these, put them over your teeth, and then we're going to take photos. First, I'm actually going to verify the bite that we took on you to make sure it's accurate. And then we try these in, and we'll take the photos to see how they fit in your face. And based on that, we modify things.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be accurate. I don't want to be stuck with inaccurate teeth for life.
Yes. No, we don't want inaccurate teeth.
Okay.
The goal is to more function and aesthetics together. Because function, most people don't understand this. Function is the most important. Like you said, if you put just pretty teeth in there, the whole system is still going to break down, and that was an expensive pretty teeth process.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But if you build function, like nature creates beautiful function. So we come in with these beautifully shaped teeth that have a certain guidance left and right and forward and back. And that is meant to maintain health in the mouth. So we just rebuild the biology that nature created.
Incredible. Wow. And if people ask you, what kind of dentist do you tell them you are? Do you use the word holistic, biological, something else?
So I don't really like labels.
Okay. I was just curious because, I mean, you're even getting an Ayurvedic degree now, too.
Yes, I'm getting an Ayurvedic degree. So I think what I've done over the years is I've studied with so many different people. So I picked the best in everything and just kind of put it all together. So it's a fusion of functional medicine, biological dentistry, now Ayurveda, and bioesthetic dentistry.
Yeah, bioesthetic. That's right.
But it all boils down to, I would say I'm a root cause detective, like I'm a Sherlock Holmes of dentistry. It challenges me when I don't understand why something is happening. And that's why I'm going to Ayurveda school also, because there's like more knowledge that I get, more understanding, so more ways to help people. Yeah.
Got to find all those hounds of Baskervilles. It's the Sherlock Holmes of, I like that. The Sherlock Holmes of dentistry. You should put that outside on your window door. I told people the show notes are going to be at bengreenfieldlife.com/loudmouth. How do you like that?
I like that.
Still think you need to do a beauty and mouth care brand called the Loudmouth.
I like that a lot, actually. Endorsed by Ben Greenfield.
Yeah, exactly. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, that's funny. Alrighty. Here up here. Waiting paper, everyone. And close.
What's the paper do?
The paper shows me where you're contacting on this thing, so I make sure that it's like even and where you need to be. Just relax your shoulders. There you go, and close now. And then just open. So we're just trying to get your jaw to relax. There it is. Stay right there. Does that feel comfortable to you? Can I have the bite registration tool? So now we do a couple bites. We record the bite with this putty. And then this will allow us also to double, triple check that everything still lines up perfectly. So we work on creating accuracy in a very dynamic system, which is always an ongoing challenge. The jaw is a dynamic system. It's connected to muscles and joints. And I'm just marking this so we know which side is which. And and open. And this will be bite number 1. Open a little more. There you go, Yvonne. So now I'm going to measure. You're in this closed bite because we planned a certain type of vertical dimension for your bite. And it has to be 19.5. So then I have calipers where I'm also measuring to make sure we're there. Open. So a healthy vertical bite is anywhere between 18 to 20-ish. So we try to stay within that. And that's based on studies that were done on patients that have healthy bites and healthy teeth and healthy joints. That's just what nature creates. And then relax your jaw and close. Last one. So definitely a lot more steps involved in repairing some teeth than just here, put them on. And open. And that was that. So we verified the height, we verified the bite. Okay. So now these molds will go over your teeth. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to fill it with material in a second. I'm just trying it in. And then we clean off the excess. You have crowns on your front teeth.
Yeah.
And these will go over your crowns. So when it comes to beauty, it's not going to be as pretty as your crowns, but it'll show us about the length that is missing on your front teeth.
Got it.
And then you see the chipping and the wear, and then the missing tips on your eye teeth. This will fill that in also. Here's the nice thing, this is very conservative because we're not shaving down your teeth, we're adding back what's missing. Ready, Yvonne? So now I'm going to fill, no. So I'm going to fill this template with material. Okay, those are going to go on really well. It's going to feel a little weird. All the excess kind of comes out and around, and then we will take it off. So once we have the uppers and lowers in place, we check the bite again, and then we'll take photos, and then we kind of analyze it, how you look before and after, and how this works with what we have. Like in the treasure chest, like when you close the treasure chest, the lid of it works on a hinge, right? So when you open it, the back opens just a little bit, but the front opens really wide. So when we have to add back length to your back teeth, because you're missing about 2 millimeters on the lowers and 2 on the uppers, it's like a ratio. So if we open 1 millimeter in the back, it's about 3 in the front. So we have to be very careful what that does to how the teeth line up. Okay, Yvonne, I am ready for the suction. And then flowable also. So I'm going to peel off the excess. This stays on your teeth while we take photos. Off on the back. Okay. So I added the material, and now we peel off the excess. I'll take a little flowable. So what this often does, when we add back the proper length to the teeth, the upper lip immediately rolls up. So it's like an automatic lip lift. And then, because the muscles here, this orbicularis was like a round muscle, when the lips are not supported, the muscles kind of like pull inward a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit here in the areas where no voids. This is just a temporary. Start. Sorry. Just filling in any little voids that form there, so they'll look really good. This is more like a gross try-in. Go ahead, Kira, and I'll add a little more. It's easier to try on over natural teeth versus crowns, because crowns are slippery. So this is based on bioesthetic principles, is rebuilding biological form, and that determines healthy function of the jaw joints and the head and neck system. Because the teeth determine how the jaw joints move inside their sockets. If the teeth have like really tight, worn, they don't allow the jaw to move forward and back, the whole joint will remodel and will reshape. Polishing one. Just relax your lip. Okay, it's going to feel a little different. So normally the edges of the upper teeth are supposed to follow the curvature of the lower lip. And they're supposed to rest against the curvature of the lower lip, which is happening here.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It's a different feeling.
Feels good.
And then when we add the lowers in, it might feel even better.
Wow.
Open a little. Open. You know, a couple of my colleagues in bioesthetic dentistry, they're big fans of yours, and they've been like waiting. When is he going to fix his teeth? When is he going to get it done?
Finally. Gotta get all the way to Phoenix for it.
Yes, it's not the easiest thing. I'm ready for the lower. Looks so good. So usually it creates like a, you know, age rejuvenation. So it's age reversal dentistry.
Like a facelift.
Pretty much. There's this trend now where people want to have their front teeth shaved down flat. That's the worst thing you could do.
Oh.
Because you set yourself up for a lifetime of dental problems.
Why would people want to do that?
It's just you see a model, sometimes they're really flat teeth, like flat front teeth. And even young girls, they not want their
you mean like flat along the top of them?
Like the edges of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, along the bottom of them. The front teeth provide guidance in lateral movements and forward movements, and when we chew. So when you chew your front teeth, as you slice the food, the upper teeth will guide the lower jaw backwards. So there's a dynamic to it. The eye teeth, as you move side to side to chew your food, keep you centered. So oftentimes people, when they chew to one side, they get used to chewing to one side, and most people do, because there's some type of wear in their teeth. They overwork one side. So, and somebody that's more predisposed to it, they'll end up with TMJ pain on that side from overloading one side.
Yeah. Wow.
But then also the body will respond to it. Because like the fascial planes start here, and then the jaw and the tongue are attached to the spine and the neck. And so the whole system starts breaking down, so everything starts diseasing on one side. And then what we see is like one shoulder is higher than the other, that one eye is higher than the other. So you can start seeing face asymmetries. We had a patient that I treated him in his 40s, and we tracked back photos when he was 16, 17, 18, and just like here, when the wisdom teeth came in, his face started changing because he started developing pain on the side of the jaw where the wisdom tooth was higher. Yeah. And then after we restored him, the symmetry started getting a little better. Like, you cannot undo that much damage quickly, but his face and everything relaxed and he was out of pain. Luckily, you don't have pain, but most people come in here because the wear and dysfunction caused a tremendous amount of pain.
Mm.
There you go. Your lower teeth, in order to fit with the veneers, they also tipped back and they started wearing down quite a bit. Remember how you chipped that front tooth there?
Mm-hmm.
And but now we upright the teeth like how they used to be. Do you feel how your front teeth are touching?
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel?
Different.
Yeah. Like in
Good.
your body, do you feel anything in your body? Sometimes there's
My
this
jaw just feels like super relaxed.
yeah, sometimes you feel a relaxation across the front of the body too.
Yeah, I do. That's really weird.
Like it's
I don't
like
think that's just placebo because you're saying it. Like,
yeah.
literally, like, yeah, everything just feels kind of like tingly, relaxed. It's weird.
Like a sigh of relief.
Like I just had a glass of wine.
That's normal because then the system is like, oh wow, finally.
That's incredible.
Go ahead and hear that. So now we try it in the lower teeth and close again. Close on your back teeth. Sorry, I think I need to add a little more here. Just a little more here. Good. And I'll check it again. And open. And close. And open. And close. And open. And close. And close on your back teeth. Just relax your lower jaw and let it go back. And open. And open a little more. And then just relax on your back teeth and close. Try to close your lower jaw back. There you go. I know it's not so easy. And open. And just relax your jaw and close. Just checking still the bite. Close. And open. So the technician, this is different. So we create what's called a bioengineered bite. Every contact that goes on your teeth, how teeth touch is designed with efficiency in mind. When teeth are worn down flat, they have really wide, broad contact areas, and you have the tendency to clench much harder. You actually mash the food, so it's not very efficient for chewing, and you exert excessive forces on the teeth, and that's why teeth crack. When you have point contact, it's proprioceptive feedback for the brain, so the muscles release, so it's very hard to clench hard because you have point contact. So there's more proprioceptive guidance. Open and close, like open, kind of how like a blind man uses a cane to feel things. So it's a small thing instead of touching everything that he interacts with. So then the brain has that proprioceptive feedback. Oh, there's this point. I know I'm safe now. I can relax. I can let the muscles go. I don't need to try to figure out where to put the jaw.
All right.
Go
take a look.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It
all
just
Hollywood.
feels kind of funky. This is the next
You want to
level.
come out?
There's a difference.
There is a difference.
These are temporary, obviously, but
Yeah.
this is the test the size. They told me I
Your
had to
face
shut
can
my
handle
face.
that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It looks good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right.
So now we do
Right
photos.
in here. Yeah. Now we go.
Photo logs everything. So there's a special camera room back here.
Yep.
I know how this goes.
Yeah.
Feel like I'm getting my mug shot taken.
Yeah.
All right. If you're watching this video and you want to listen to the podcast where we just go into the whole background of the style of dentistry that Eniko does, go to bengreenfieldlife.com/loudmouth. I'll link to everything there so you can kind of take a deep dive. There's not a lot of doctors or dentists in the country who does or who do what Eniko does, but a lot of times I'll tell people to call up our office and ask about it. And a lot of times people will literally fly here to do this. So. Back in here?
Yeah, back in here.
Okay.
So now I'm going to just peel everything off.
Yeah. And if you guys are watching or listening, you have questions, I'll always have a comment section in the show notes, but you can also visit the website. What's your website again, Dr. Eniko?
WholeHealthDentistryAZ.com.
Whole Health, that's a mouthful. WholeHealthDentistryAZ.com.
Yeah, WholeHealthDentistryAZ.com.
As in Arizona. Got to start expanding. Go to Miami and Dubai and LA. Own yourself. Start teaching other people to do what
I actually
you do.
have an amazing associate. We're working together.
Here in this office?
Yeah. You know, the Sherlock and Watson.
Yeah, who's your associate?
Dr. Sophia.
Okay, yeah.
She's amazing. She's super passionate about what we do here.
How are you doing, Jessa? Good. Thanks.
What a babe.
There you go. So, can you give him the mirror? So if you look in the mirror, it's always impactful to see how it looks when you take him off. You want to hold this and look.
What do mine look like? I literally chipped.
So it actually is not a lot added in here, but you'll see how when I peel it off, just the tip is missing, right?
Yeah.
But the teeth that you'll see when I take this off, the teeth are tipped back a bit, and when we added this material, they straighten up. Sorry. So we just peel this stuff off that we added on there. Go ahead and on the section a little. You saw it's not much, like a little hair.
Yeah. Wow.
But that's what's missing here.
Wow.
You see, that's nice that we're able to add it on conservatively. Some teeth are missing more than others. This is a bit of a process to take everything off. You can see
how long of a
thin
process is it once you put the real ones on? Is that quite a day?
It is quite usually 2 days. You also have crowns on the top that we have to take off, and the lab has to make new ones. Like Jessa, most of it is going to be done in those 2 days, and she's done. But yeah, it takes 2 8-hour days. Because it's here we added in the block, but there I added 1 tooth at a time.
Yeah.
So technician makes me injection mold templates, and then we added 1 tooth at a time, and then verify that we're where we need to be, and then next tooth and next tooth. So it takes quite a while. But in my mind, it beats like cutting down all the teeth and trying to do. Once you damage the enamel, it's gone. I'm a big fan of tooth enamel, so if I don't have to cut it away, I feel really good about what I do. Because once you cut the tooth, and you can't build it back. I mean, it'll never be the same. You can build it back, but it'll never be as healthy and as strong as it was when it had its enamel. Sorry, it takes a little bit. Let me do it from the inside. There it is. You can catch up on a whole lot of reading or listening to audiobooks while we do this.
Yeah.
sometimes people, we give them a sedative so they sleep the whole time. And when they wake up, it's done. Usually done in 2 sections, just because it's a lot of work in the mouth if the patient gets really sore. So normally we do from like premolar to premolar in 1 day, and then we go back and do the back teeth after that.
Wow.
In your case, you have permanent crowns on your front teeth, and these are really flat. They're missing the stopping points, like what you felt when you closed down. There were some stops on them, so you will have temporary crowns on your front teeth while we're waiting for the technician to make the permanent one. But we make them look really nice. They look like real crowns.
So is that the appointment in May that we do that?
Say it again?
Is that the one come up in May that we do that 2 days?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
may
need to look at the schedule and make sure I don't know if my team knew that it was 2 days.
Yeah, we said initially. I think they did.
I can ask for it later.
Yeah. Tamika can help you figure all that out. Yeah, initially we said 2 days for you and 2 days for Jessa.
Got it. Okay.
Just cleaning out, make sure there's no... Checking to make sure you floss properly. No, I'm just checking to make sure there's no temporary material stuck anywhere. And if it is, I'll pull it out. I think it makes more sense now why we can't just jump straight into, like, go ahead and let's put the teeth on. The bioengineered bite has to be very accurate and has to stay stable over a long period of time. So what we put in your mouth will last and be comfortable. There's a lot of doctors on the West Coast that do this type of dentistry. So if somebody's interested in learning about it, there's OBI, bioesthetic dentistry, and there's actually a directory of all the dentists that provide this type of care.
Online for bioesthetic dentistry?
Yeah. We're all very dedicated.
What's the website?
I think obi.org.
obi.org.
I should know that. Bioesthetic dentistry.
Those waffles were amazing this morning, by the way.
I'm glad you like them. They're so tasty.
Every good dentist puts you on waffles from
The healthy buckwheat waffles with berries. Thank you. I got it. Okay. So now, when you close down, just close. So if you want to see this, close all the way. Look at the difference between how this marks where the bite was open to, like how much more airway he had with that, and this is like how closed the bite is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's like 15 and a half. Ideally, you should be between 18 and 20.
I don't snore much. Do I?
Yeah. But open a little. So you can see in amount too how those back wisdom teeth, you've had them filled, but they're just like super flat. So if you relax your jaw, when you close down, those touch first, right? You feel them touching first, and then you have to kind of slide a little bit to close the rest of the teeth. And that slide is what causes the slide against the teeth, and that causes the teeth to wear.
Wow.
So it's like a touch and slide, touch and slide. That was it.
All right.
Well, so we'll definitely be putting some links along with this video for you, but if you want all the resources, you want to listen to the big audio podcast I do with Eniko where she walks through how this works, go to bengreenfieldlife.com/loudmouth, and you can start down your road of getting a good bite. Thanks for watching.
you.